Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, bienvenidos al portal de los títeres y las marionetas. Mi nombre es José Diego de A la Sombrita, que junto a David Zuazola hacemos este portal, titirionetas.com. Acompáñanos. Si aún no lo está, suscríbete y recibirás información de todo lo que está aconteciendo en este canal. Pues si todo está preparado, comenzamos el episodio. En el capítulo de hoy nos hemos trasladado a otro continente. Queremos interesarnos qué está ocurriendo en India. Así que David ha entrevistado a Narupa Roy. La entrevista la ha realizado en inglés, pero después vamos a conectar con David para que nos resuma un poco o nos explique a los que no dominamos la lengua de Shakespeare. Así que os dejo con la entrevista.
Okay, Anurupa Roy from India. Tell to us, how are you?
I'm well. I'm forced to work from home and cancel all the projects that I was going to do. So a little bit not happy. But in another way, actually, it's not so bad because I'm making puppets and I don't often do that. So, and I'm reading a lot and it's nice. It's not so bad. Yeah.
Are you going to stop to travel in the next month? I think.
Yes, completely.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there are so many plans for April, for May, for June. So I don't know what will happen. Be very short term and be over in a month, or it could be very long term and go on for a year. We don't know.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about India. What's your situation with coronavirus in India?
So in India, the two important things are we had very few tests. I think we had 11,000 tests, and we are a country of 1.6 billion. Yeah, so we are very optimistic. We are very optimistic because we have so many gods. But no, really, jokes apart, I think I think it's terrible. We don't have a lot of kits to test people with. And I think the only good thing is that because every year in India we have malaria, dengue.
Yeah.
So in some ways people are a little prepared. They are used to this kind of, it's summer and now the mosquitoes are everywhere and we have to fall sick and take care of ourselves. But I think nobody is prepared for something like social distancing in India. There's so many people. I mean, if you're really lucky and very privileged if you have a room with only yourself, and not three other people inside it. So yes, I think it's going to be very interesting. Yesterday, our Prime Minister announced that it's a partial shutdown. The advice is not to go out to work. The advice is to stay at home. But
it's only an advice. It's only an advice.
Yes.
It's not like in Europe because it's here is not an advice. It's an obligation.
Yes.
In this moment.
Yes. And also for the poor people, it's a very difficult problem because many people, 50% of the country is wage laborers. So they will earn what they have every day. there is no salary. So they will go out, they will work, they will earn something, they will bring it out. So our taxi drivers, the tuk-tuk drivers, the people who are constructing houses, building roads, they will go out every day.
Hmm.
People who come to clean other people's houses, people who cook for other people, they are all continuing. Like, it's so interesting. Yesterday, my bank sent me a
Hmm.
check and there was a man to deliver it. And I'm thinking, he must be going to at least 30 houses every day. And he is really exposed. So I asked him, do you
Yeah.
have a mask? And he said, I do have a mask, but what's the point? It's a combination of I don't care and what's the point of caring because I have to do this work in any case. And if I don't do it every day, I have no money for every day. So I think it's a very interesting mix here. Some of the states in India have declared complete emergency, so they have shut down. Even in
Hmm.
New Delhi, schools is shut, university is shut. Many people have asked their employees to work from home.
We were talking about the situation in India.
Yeah, so we're just waiting and watching. And in the cities, if we are lucky, we can stay home and not work every day.
Mhm.
But there's still people out there on the streets. Like today, uh, the streets are quite empty, but it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's quite empty,
The,
but it's
the
not
first
zero.
time in India.
First time. First time in New Delhi, it's like, oh my God. I had to take the dog to the vet,
Mhm.
and it was really empty. It was like
Huh?
on a day of a festival. So
Oh.
I think a lot of people are choosing to stay home, but so I think here what is going to happen next is people are waiting, and we did not have so many reports of infections. But I
Hmm.
think some of it is because information is not getting out,
Hmm.
and they are also not letting information get out. Like I said, there are so few tests,
Hmm.
and it's almost like if they test, they will find out there are like million infected people. It's possible.
Oh.
That's why it's like, bzz, don't test, no problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But also, this week, I find many people are not leaving their homes, which is nice.
Hmm.
So, yes, yes, I think it's a it's the beginning of being very careful, but we
Hmm.
don't know what will happen here. And in
Yeah.
India, I don't think we have the possibility to treat a million people.
Yeah.
Hospitals and even tests, it's crazy.
Yeah. Mm. Terrible situation.
Yes, 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 yes. So stay
You
home,
know,
be safe.
imagine that in Europe it's difficult now. We are not so many people
Yeah,
compared to you
yeah,
in compared with India. So and the system are collapsed
yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's terrible. But I would like to know how does this situation affect you? I know that in this moment a lot of festivals were canceled, right? So, but what you gonna do in this time, and how you can see the future?
Well, for us, we actually had a very big project this month.
Mhm.
We had Sylvie Bayon from AMIA was going to come to India, and she was here in January, and this was the second part of her workshop. And she
Mhm.
was going to work with 5 theater companies, and the
Mhm.
5 theater companies were really working on her instructions because they are preparing new performances. and we were all going to come together in New Delhi to finish the performances. But so that's finished. Sylvie is in France, and the theatre companies were coming from around India, from Bangalore, from Mumbai, from Delhi. So it's interesting. They are all working in their homes now, and they are talking to Sylvie by Skype.
Oh.
So yeah, that is also happening. And we tried to work in our studio, but we were 7 people. And then we realized, because we all travel by metro, by bus, it's very dangerous. So we also stopped. And today I'm making some puppets at home for the new show. One of the actors is trying lines in front of the mirror. Somebody is choreographing scenes. It's very interesting. I think it's going to be a new system of working.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, because in a way, I think we're really choosing to do what is absolutely important. And which means that for a long time I have been planning to read a lot of things about puppet theatre, about the new play, but I have not had time, because you're always saying, this person can come for rehearsals for 5 hours, that person can come for 4 hours. Okay, let's meet and let's work, and we will do the reading later. So it's really nice that I am able to research and read a lot. I'm able to sit and make some puppets and really think about the design. I have time to make some mistakes with the puppets and start again. It's nice. So yes.
So you can, do you think that there is any opportunity in this crisis?
Yes, I think so. But I don't know how long it will be before it is too long.
Yeah.
Because at some point we will need to work, we will need to earn money.
That's the problem. We need to earn money.
Yes.
It's not so easy.
No.
As you know, we work with the audience.
Yes.
And the audience, I don't know if they, in Europe, I'm sure that they don't want to go to the theater to be with more people close to them.
Yeah. In India, all the theaters are shut also. All the festivals, all the theaters, everything is shut. So yeah, I think it's a good time to create new work, but it's going to be very difficult to show this work right now, unless we show it online. And I'm also thinking about what could we really do online.
But I have this question for you, because I was talking with different friends from around the world. I not agree with record theater. I mean, theater for me is theater, or puppet. I mean, I'm not agree. There are so many public theater or public institution that they decide to start to transmit by streaming, to broadcast the performances, and I'm not agree with that. No. I think that this is the moment to record videos, to show some techniques, to talk, to teach, but not to record theater, because theater is. No. What do you think about it?
I agree, because I think if we have to make theater which has to be watched on a screen like this, then we have to think about theater in a different way. Then for me, it's like television puppet theater. Then it's not really live theater. because
No.
then I am not trained to create for a square box.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing we do in theater is build an atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You are not just watching it or hearing it, you're also feeling it, smelling it. You know, there are many things that are happening. So if
Mm.
we have to start creating work for the screen, then we have to. It's an interesting challenge because I think for many years now we have been talking about puppet theater in India and how so much of it is so regional. You know, it's I perform in New Delhi, someone performs in Mumbai, someone performs in a village, and we have been thinking, what is it that we can do for an audience who can't reach us in the theater we are performing in?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not theater, for sure, it's not theater, but it's something else. So we have to create something for this medium, very
Mm-hmm.
specially for this medium.
Yes.
You know, and I'm almost wondering, like, it was so interesting when you were rehearsing online and I was watching Game of Time online with
Yeah.
you, that the depth goes away. So you know where your stage was at the back and there
Mm-hmm.
was the clock in the front, and when I was watching it on Skype, the clock was so big
Yeah.
because of the perspective of the screen. And I
Yeah.
really think there is something there. There is the possibility of creating something like a laptop screen depth and
Mm-hmm.
cheating with things like blackness for the screen. So maybe we have to review. So in the theater, you would do it with lights.
Yes.
You would create depth or with size. But
Mm-hmm.
on screen, you can just do it with the way the screen is placed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how much do you see? Because the camera is so limited. So I think those could be things we could look at. I have been thinking because we were protesting. A lot of artists were protesting in India. So a lot of us are thinking that we will create protest material online to circulate to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of it could be do-it-yourself protests. Like there was in a park, because a lot of protests are in a park. We made these lamps which we could put uh, from cardboard boxes, cartons from a supermarket, and we make
Mm-hmm.
the slogans in the box, and we put it on the street light. And from a very big distance, you can see the slogan because it's like a neon sign. And we're thinking, we were doing workshops in the parks with the protesters. Now we're thinking we will do videos which go viral. We just send it through YouTube, through WhatsApp, through Insta, and just send it to everybody. And maybe do little theater pieces which are for this kind of screen, small
Mm-hmm.
things, because now people are all home. They need to
Yeah.
watch stuff. They're really bored. So it could be something interesting to think about.
Yeah. It's interesting. I
Yeah.
think that maybe in 1 month we are able to share good ideas. Now it's
Yeah.
the beginning of this crisis, but maybe in 3 or 4 weeks
Yeah.
it's going to be a little bit different because our
Yes.
creativity start to live in this new situation. It's
Yes.
completely new, completely
Yeah.
new. Really, in Europe, it's completely new. It's like a, I don't know. Of course, it's not like a war, but
Almost.
it's
It almost is
almost,
like, yeah.
almost. Yeah, yeah. It's very difficult situation. But well, I don't know. We need to wait a little bit and stay at home.
Yeah. We will see
Okay,
how that works.
Anurupa, thank you very much for this
Thanks.
interview. If you need to talk, you can call me when you want.
See you. Take care, David. Be safe.
See you. Bye, bye.
Bye. Bye, bye.
Bueno, pues finalizada la entrevista, vamos a llamar a David para que nos explique un poco qué es lo que ha dicho nuestra compañera. A ver, David. David.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué tal?
Oye, es que me encontré este títere ahora, claro. Este es el primer títere que construí para trabajar en mesa, ¿eh?
Ah, vale. Y no lo terminaste, ¿no?
Sí, claro, lo terminé. Este marcó
vale.
este estilo que a nadie le gusta, este fue el primero.
Vale,
La obra
vale.
se llamaba Raro. ¿Qué tal?
Pues
¿Cómo va
nada,
todo? ¿Te ha gustado
pues
la
mira,
entrevista, no? ¿Has entendido todo, no?
yo sí, pero tú sabes que hay mucha gente que no entiende inglés y entonces pues me gustaría un poco que nos dijera qué es lo que ha dicho nuestra compañera desde la India. ¿Mm?
Bueno, a ver, Anurupa es una persona que lleva muchísimos años dedicada a esto. Ella tiene su base en New Delhi, tiene un teatro residencia ahí mismo en la ciudad, súper interesante, donde van artistas de todo el mundo que pasan algún tiempo ahí, algunos incluso van solo a dormir, pero bueno, ella tiene su compañía y además trabaja en proyectos internacionales. Principalmente ella nos contaba que en algunos de estos proyectos internacionales donde iba a estar presente en estos meses aquí en Europa, que es por donde ella más se mueve, bueno, han sido obviamente cancelados, como todos, ¿no? Pero ella nos contaba además que no estaba tan triste en el aspecto en el que tenía tiempo para hacer otras cosas, como estar con ella misma, como leer, como prepararse, como estudiar. En Europa es una estudiosa, entonces... Bueno, está bien también escuchar esta parte positiva, ¿no?
Sí. Oye, David, el nombre de la compañía es impronunciable. Yo lo voy a escribir aquí abajo porque a mí no me da la lengua para más. Pero lo que sí he visto en su página, con el traductor que yo utilizo de Google, que significa la marioneta guía nuestro viaje. Han utilizado varias palabras para confeccionar eso, la marioneta guía nuestros viajes. Bueno, he entrado en la página web, que también la vamos a poner ahí en la descripción,
para que la gente entre y vea.
Para ver todo lo que has dicho, lo de la residencia y los proyectos en los que están.
Lo otro que te quería contar, que también me parecía curioso, lo que ella contaba, que en la India están acostumbrados sí, más acostumbrados que nosotros, por decirlo de alguna manera, a la malaria, al dengue, a todo este tipo de cosas, por lo tanto no les parece tan raro, pero me decía, para lo que no estamos preparados es para la distancia social. Sí, imagínate, distancia social, tú has visto, supongo, en algún documental o algo, cómo son las calles de la India, cómo van unos pegados al lado de otros. Sí. Y otra cosa también súper curiosa que decía, bueno, lo hemos visto en las noticias. La India hace pocos días atrás decretó ya el encierro de la gente, y a los que pillan en la calle, ¿has visto que lo hacen hacer ejercicio?
No.
Lo hacen hacer flexiones de brazos, ejercicio, y luego andan los policías con unos palos tremendos y les dan a la gente. O sea, es una cosa, bueno, cada país con sus reglas, digamos, pero no deja de llamar la atención. La pregunta lo que decía en Europa, y lo hablamos hoy nuevamente porque tuvimos una comunicación por teléfono esta mañana, decía, bueno, ¿y qué pasa con toda esa gente que no se puede ir a su casa porque no tiene casa?
Claro.
¿Dónde se confina esa gente? No sé, cosas curiosas, pero que te voy a contar a ti, que has entendido perfectamente la entrevista.
Para que todos tengamos la misma información. Que bueno, David, lo dejamos aquí para no alargarlo.
Vale.
Que seguimos publicando en este confinamiento, cada vez que podemos, una entrevista con todas las entrevistas que ha hecho de compañeros, y despedimos aquí el capítulo y preparamos ya casi la siguiente, porque la tenemos ahí ya en cocina.
Y una cosa importante a la gente de Titirionetas, que no se olvide, por favor, suscribirse a nuestro canal de YouTube, que tenemos que llegar a los 100 suscriptores y también a nuestra...
Para poner el nombre, para que nos deje... Después ya iremos en busca de los 1000, pero ahora mismo vamos en busca de los 100.
Vamos por ahí, vamos por los 100 y también en titirionetas.com/suscribir, también que se suscriban. Ya estábamos teniendo más interacciones con la gente y por favor que nos sigan y nos apoyen y nos manden recomendaciones y todo lo que pedimos cuando acabamos los programas.
Estupendo. Pues bueno, David, también, si quiere un adelanto, ¿quién más tenemos por ahí? Ya que estamos los dos hablando juntos.
A ver, ¿a quién tenemos? Bueno, espérate, he entrevistado a Philippe Joubert. Philippe es el marionetista que trabajó en Being John Malkovich con John Cusack y con John Malkovich, y también en El Mago de Oz, que hace un par de años atrás, bueno, bastantes años, se estrenó creo que la hizo Disney. Es un tipo, bueno, una eminencia en el mundo de los títeres en Estados Unidos y a nivel mundial, y bueno, nos va a contar su historia, que también tiene algo de tremendo por ahí, lo que le ha pasado con sus marionetas. Tenemos además, bueno, a Luis del Río, a nuestro querido amigo Luis del Río.
La que me has dicho de Philippe en inglés también.
Es claro.
También te convocaremos, también te llamaré para que nos lo expliques.
Sí, y tenemos también a Luis del Río, director del Festival de Santillana del Mar, que también nos cuenta cómo está pasando la situación. Tenemos también a The Key Theatre de Israel, que nos han contado también cómo están viviendo estos tiempos. Y
Tomás
Pompero, tenemos también a Mar de Hilando Títeres de
No nos va a dar tiempo.
Tenemos bastante. Mañana tengo a las chicas de Luz, Micro y Punto también, que vamos a hacer, por primera vez, vamos a intentar hacer una conferencia, una videoconferencia compartida. A ver qué tal funciona todo esto. Así que nada, muchas sorpresas y bueno.
Hasta aquí el episodio de hoy. Esperemos que te haya gustado y que te sirva para conocer un poco más a los protagonistas de esta apasionante profesión. Recordarte nuestra página web, titirionetas.com. En ella te puedes suscribir y estar atento a todo lo que acontece en el portal. En la descripción del programa dejaremos todos los enlaces del capítulo. Esperamos tus comentarios, que nos servirán para ir mejorando y llenando de valor este espacio del noble arte del teatro. Escríbenos, comenta, comparte, acompáñanos. Soy José Diego Ramírez, que junto a David Suasola hacemos titirionetas.com, el portal de los títeres, las marionetas y sus creadores. Hasta el próximo episodio.